Hello, welcome back, GSPseafishing. I've had a hectic couple of weeks, so I haven't really managed to get much fishing activity in, but I'm down here at Ramsgate. I don't know what this is called. I don't know if it's called Ramsgate under Cliff or wherever, but it's down towards the ferry terminal behind me there, as you can see. And I've got here probably an hour before high, just short of an hour before high. That's because that's what's allowed me to fish, but the chap just behind me there, you see a couple of rods against the rail. He's probably sitting in his car, which I might do because it's cold. Said there's bass coming out over high and just as the tide drops, so I'm going to give it 2-3 hours here. I'll sit in the car as my car's there and my rods are there, and I can just watch from the car, listen to the radio and see what happens. This is very comfortable, and it'll be even better if there are fish about. So let's get set up and let's try to catch some fish. Right, so this rig got chucked in the other day when I went to do a session. I was only going to do like a couple of hour session, but it was so windy and weedy after the first cast I gave up. So this was just chucked back in the bag, but that's fine. Clean it off. It's a long range rig. I'm going to put some worm tip squid on that, get that out. I don't know whether I might put that one in short. There's bass about, let's see if the bass are in short. I've been here before on a low tide, and I know it's snaggy, it's quite a lot of chalk ledges, chalk rocks everywhere. So I'm just working out what, I'm going to go this one on a big rod in short, I think. So, well, changing my mind actually. This is going out long on this rod. This is a pulley rig. And this one's going out short on this rod. Like so. Well, I'm really liking this, that I can just sit in my car, fish in my car, basically. This is winning in my books. This really is. Right, I've got some frozen lug, which you may know from previous videos, it's not my favourite bait at all. But when I've been so busy, it's all I've got. I need to try and unwrap these and get them threaded on a needle, because they haven't been out the freezer long. But my heat for my hands will soon get these working. So I'm going to get these on a long range rig. I'll probably put them out at about 30 yards, I think. I'll try and get 3 on the needle, if I've got the needle. It was a very mad panic. Nope, I haven't got the needle. Right, they're going in by hand. Right, so I'm going to thread few of these worms up here onto this long range rig. I know exactly where my baiting needle is. It is on the side by my sink. I remember now. It'll be annoying because I like it with frozen. Because frozen become very messy. Hopefully 3 of these will make a decent bait with a squid head on there. I do like that combo for bass on a size 4.0. I'm not fishing for little bass, and a 3/4 pounder will take this. So let's hope one of them about. That's nice, 3 worms on there. Get a bit of squid, that going nicely. Right, there we go. Nice lump of worm and squid on that. Going out ready for bass. Right, I'm going to bait up the second rod while I'm here. Well, I'll get the bait out if I can. There we go, if this will go. Come on. And there we have it. One of my used bait parcels in armour mesh. So I'm going to get that on, bound on. And then we're running you through the rods I'm using. I'll try and get this armour mesh parcel on. Try and get it to manipulate around this hook when it's frozen. It's not going to be easy. Come on, there you go. Come on, keep going around. Keep going around. That'll do. That will do, yeah. Just like that. That's fine. I don't need elastic on that. That's sitting nicely. Nice parcel of God knows what's in there. So let's see if there's anything around for that, dogfish or something. So we get that clipped up and run through these setups. Right, so after the luxury of setting up in the back of my car and being able to sit in it in a minute, this is great. I'm loving this, Mark. As if there's fish here, I'll be here every day, I think. Here we go. I've got the Sonic Gravity there on the right. Still haven't re-spooled the other spool, so I'm on thicker line, so I'm going to give this a good whack though. And then what I've done there, you see I've tied the leader bands on to make a rod rest, and then the second rod will go against that there. So they're both going to be together, running the same way. And as I look out my car, I'll be looking straight down these rods. This has got putty rig on it, single hook, and then on there is my used bait mix in armour mesh. I've got 170 gripper, which I mean, this could be asking for trouble with the gripper on out there. It is quite rough ground. We'll just see how it goes. And then on my second rod, which is the Vega Potenza there, I've got the usual setup, which is the Shimano 5500 Ultegra light braid. That's now I've slightly thinned the leader material on that. That was Skyline, Synthetic Skyline 32 kilo, and now I'm down to 26 kilo, I think, just to try and get a little bit more distance. And then this is onto a long range rig. I think it's the first time I've used a long range rig this year, targeting bass. And I've got 3 frozen black lug on there, tipped with squid, and on that I've got 140. So I'm going to whack that, well, I'm going to put that out about 30 yards, and then I'm just going to do an overhead thump with the other one. I'm not going to try and reach the horizon, but let's see how it goes. That's gone out nicely, bit of wind behind. Try and get back some of this spray that flew off in the wind. There we are, nicely. going to loosen the drag on these just in case something slams it and I'm sitting in the car. So I've just put these out. I'm going to have a look to see if I've got a couple more bands or another rod rest holder, because I don't like the line against this surface. It is pretty smooth, but only takes one little nick to catch the line and snap it. But the great thing about these Shimanos, which I like, the Ultegra, is that they've got these quick drag here, so you can alter your drag with the center knob, refine it to what you want, and then this quick drag can loosen off quickly and allow the line to come off. So I can just tighten that a bit like that. There we go. So if something does slam this, I don't want to lose my rods. So I'm loving this, Mark. I'm sitting in my car. I'm sitting in my car and I am 5 yards from my rod. So this is great. I mean, great, Mark, if you've got a disability or you can't walk very far. I'm saying that now. There might not be any fish here. But there's 3 other fishermen along there, and there's some discarded worm where I'm set up, so there must be fish come out somewhere sometimes, and he's saying bass are about, so let's hope, fingers crossed. I'm out of the wind, I'm liking this. Gonna get TalkSport on, listen to a bit of chat this morning, and just hope it gets interrupted a few times with some bites. So let's see how it goes. Right, there's possibly an inquiry on the big rod on the reused bait. It's had a couple of little knocks. Might be weed. I can't see a lot of weed out there, so there might be something picking it apart, but I basically need something to take that and rattle it. So I'm going to let it develop a bit, see if it turns into anything else. Right, I'm going to have a look at this Sonic. It's been bouncing around a bit. Don't think there's anything on it, but I'm going to probably change the bait as well. Might be some weed on there, I think. There's a bit of weight. It might be the bait, I don't know. But we're going to change the bait, I think, unless it's caught something. And just try and test out some baits today. No, it's coming in on the top, there's nothing on it. There we go. That's really washed out a bit, that has. So that's going to go in the bin because it's got armour mesh on it. I don't want to go throwing that back in the sea, because armour mesh is not doesn't dissolve or anything. Now let's see what I've got. I've got a load of different bait in here. What I might do is I might do a little bit of a fish and prawn cocktail on that single hook. 1 king prawn. I'll do 1 king prawn wrapped with a bit of, looks like mackerel. So let me cut that a little bit. Prawn. There we go. Banded on there. Get the hook through it and banded on the hook. There we go. It's gone on there nicely. There we are. I don't need to band that at all now. That's what I'm putting out. Just a small chunk. Really want to see if there's dogfish about or anything. The other rod here is the one I'm going for bass with. So let's clip this up, get this out. That's out there. Let me go, that coil. So I just thought I'd show you, while these ones have just gone back out, how easy access this is. I mean, there's the cars, they're all parked along the road there, and as I swing around this way, again along there, and you're right by the railings at high tide. And now I'm fishing there, right behind me by that bench, and right here are some steps, so if I do get anything big, I can land it there, come down here and land it. Obviously you've got to be very careful, and I can come down here and land it too. As you look along there, there's more steps, and there's a ramp that goes down to the sea. So there are a lot of places to land fish here. It's very comfortable sitting in your car. I mean, the wind today is northeasterly, so it's sort of coming across us, but we are getting protection behind from this cliff. It's just really comfortable. If you had an easterly here, it'd be bang in your face. Or actually a southeasterly, it'd be bang in your face. But today it's all right. It's a bit nippy, so I'm getting back in the car. Let's hope we get a bite. Right, let's get some fresh worm on this. Not a lot's happened. Well, I say fresh worm. Let's get some more frozen worm. It's just gone high, and good activity in a minute for a couple of hours. So let's get some fresh bait on this. I'm really starting to forget what a stonking fish bite looks like. I mean, I've caught fish, but I haven't had my rod slam over for a long time now. The ray at Herne Bay was just tappy. The place down at Brighton, didn't even know they were biting on all of them except the one I missed. I'm starting to forget what to look out for now. But we're now into a good period, moon phase wise. So it's supposed to be a good period of activity that the fish are in. They hopefully will start feeding soon. Fingers crossed anyway. Well, still not a lot happening here. It's been a good hour and a half. And I can see some weed in the water. That wind's picking up as well. It's coming round here. But this is up on the surface, so there's nothing on there. Let's get a fresh bait on that. Oh, there was something just disturbed something on the surface there. So, I think I might change the rig, and I might just go with like a 2-hook clip rig, one worm on it, and scratch to see what's around scratching for this. So let's unclip this, get another rig on. Right, what we got here, untangle this. This is done with fluorocarbon, a full fluorocarbon rig on here, and it is a 2-hook clip rig. That's what I want. Just gonna wet a worm, tip a squid on that. Let's get the lead weight on it. Right, so the Sonic now, I've changed it over to a bit of a scratching rig, so I've got a 2-hook clip rig. I've got one worm, tip a squid on each hook. Gonna get that out, see if there's anything at all out there. Sun's coming out, that's lovely. But the wind has swung round a little bit. It's definitely coming across now. Bit of a pain, but with the sun out, bit of warmth, It's not too bad. Was that a knock on my other rod? Let's keep an eye out. Well, the clouds are clearing, the sun's coming out, but the fish aren't playing. Been here 2 hours, not a bite. The tide's starting to drop now. I don't know how long I've got here until it's the water's gone. But we'll see, we'll find out. Unless I give up before then. But I'm going to give it another hour or so. Hopefully we'll snag one fish that's passing by. Fingers crossed anyway. Right, so as the tide's dropping, I am going to drop this in short because bass do like it in shallow and in close. So I'm going to literally just flick this down there. See if there's a bass in close. So I'm going to bring this one in because it had some rattles. I don't know if there's anything on it. So let's have a look. This one. Sit there. Let's just hope Mr. Daddy Bass comes along and smashes that. Be nice, wouldn't it? And then let's see what's going on this one. I did have some rattles. I don't think there's anything on there. Go on. Go on. Ah! Selfish that. Have I? Yeah, I think I have. I'm sort of giving up. Right, well, the big rod is in. I did have a bite on that, but didn't quite manage to get it. I'd sort of given up by that point. I was talking to two very nice gentlemen that have seen my videos. So if you're watching, hi. Yeah, and we just, well, I thought it was very amusing. The chaps down there in the van, they've just droned a bait out. They hooked a bait up to their drone and dropped it out at 200 metres or so. Seems like a lot of work for a dogfish. I do hope, if you're watching, I hope you catch something worth the while. I really do. But me, I've had enough. I've had enough now. The tide's starting to drop. There's not going to be much water here. I haven't really had anything apart from that knock. So yeah, I'm going to get these in, call it a day. Right, well, last thing. Packed up, all done. Chap just come along, the chap with the drone. He's obviously has come here because he couldn't find anywhere else to fish. He was trying to fish at Herne Bay to get rays, and he's just said this was the only place he could find, which is right. This is the only place in the northeast, northeasterly. You are protected here around the North Kent coast. You are protected here in the northeasterly, and nowhere else you are. So this is fishable. I've missed a bite, and that's it. I haven't really had much else, and there's been a few people here fishing, obviously because it's the only place you can fish. The only thing I would say, some litter bins. It'd be nice if it had some litter bins, but other than that, it's really good. It's a good place to fish. It's comfortable. It's easy access. Can't complain. So until next time, hope all's well and tight lines.